My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Against the Storm. We've got a map directly in front of us after that successful spicy settlement of Balladaria in the last episode, which has also given us access to this treasure chest down here. Please be artifacts, please be artifacts. It's machinery. If only it were artifacts. Can I get artifacts from anything? Ooh, there's artifacts over here. A holy site for the fishermen. No envoys dare pass through here. Orders are disabled. That is ridiculous. Orders are disabled. That is the main way that you get the first couple of reputation points that you require in order to get your run going. What do you do? Oh, I want to test myself by doing that. But how could I even? I mean, one way to do it, one assumes, might be to focus heavily on actually doing archaeology. You know, the thing I never do. The thing I always say I'm gonna do and then I never do it. And then sometimes I do it and then I always forget. I really need those parts, so this is where I'm going. That'll have to be it. Prestige 9 goods are now worth less to traders as well. It's gonna cut deep. Archaeologist's office. Prehistoric remains. Neat. As for our starting caravan, who do I want? If we've got roots and herbs, or rather herbs and berries, do we want an herbalist camp with us? And if we want an herbalist camp, do we want the harpies? I like the top spread. Good wood cutting, and also the ability to carry additional stuff. Some alchemy support. They have a couple of overlapping wants as well. They both like to be educated, beavers and harpies. Okay. How would I exploit this quickly? Like, take planks and brick and... Oh my god, the vegetables and meat being that cheap, 1 for 42 of each, is so hard to turn down. Like, impossible to turn down. I feel like I have to remove my planks, then take the reed afterwards. So the reed is for making fiber, for making fabric early on. Use 2 of the bricks, 2 of the fabric, and 2 of the planks in order to make the archaeologist's office immediately. But if I make the archaeologist's office immediately, I either have to choose to find the first ruin or get bonuses that are very powerful. I'm going to focus on finding the first ruin. I'm going to commit to that at this point. All right. It's time for us to... wait. It's time for us to embark onto the settlement of Willowheim. A long setup, but it'll be important. What I'm really looking to exploit here is the general consistent effect, the passive effect rather, that each of the skeletons gives you, because they are very, very powerful. They also give you a bunch of reputation points when you actually go through the process of collecting them, which is why I think it will help offset for the fact that we don't have any orders. Still can't believe we don't have any orders. Okay, archaeologist's office. It's 3 of each that I'm going to be requiring. Alas. I will then get 3 of each. Let's also find a crude workstation early on. 3 and 3 and 3. I've already got the bricks. That's fine. I've already got a harpy in the ancient hearth as well. Let's make sure that I get very optimal woodcutter positions. I want them to just be sprinting back and forth with all of their supplies. Let's also have a look at our reputation bonus immediately. Supplier, carpenter, herbalist camp, and leatherworker. I am wildly impressed with this. So the supplier would give me access to flour production, which can be pretty important. The biscuits are well tolerated by both beaver and harpy alike. The supplier gives me the ability to make planks with the specialization of the harpies. Carpenter gives me the ability to make planks with the specialization of the beavers. Leatherworker even gives me the ability to make fabric with the specialization of the harpies again, if I wanted to do that instead. I probably want to focus on planks first, especially considering I need to house a bunch of these beavers. I wonder if carpenter is the solution here, and carpenter being the solution is because it gives me planks and the ability to make simple tools, and I can use that simple tool production in order to possibly solve all of my Glade events with one single chain of production. Giving me kind of like a more expansion and solve events kind of build rather than a like build an efficient core economy build. Take the carpenter. Forester's Hut, wow. Jeez. Yeah, I really, really want it. That's crystallized yew production just immediately for us. I'm not gonna take it because I don't have any terrain for it to exploit right now, but I will as soon as I can. Obviously, we'll put all of the woodcutters in their favored terrain. What do I want my final harpy to do? I mean, the archaeologist's office doesn't need to be anywhere relevant. So I guess furthest position is completely fine. The carpenter, it would be nice if that was somewhere very relevant. I'm going to tell you that the archaeologist is the highest priority so that I can then put down the carpenter without worrying that it will get tools too early. Actually, I think I can just... I don't know if this is even more optimal, but if they are addressing the red arrow, then I want to put it directly, what, 1, 2, 3, 3 spaces away from accessing the main warehouse rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's assuming they have to access the front of the main warehouse. I should just watch these little guys roam around the field at some point and figure out what they're actually doing rather than just consistently speculating. Salty breeze! Food production is increased by 80% during the drizzle season. Food production speed. So that would include our ability to pick up these roots. I'll probably first harness that next season. Clay delivery line, crowded caravan, trade negotiations, or chicken and egg. So if I wanted to go population bomb, I think that would cause problems because I would have to start supporting that population. Clay delivery line does appeal. In fact, any delivery line this early does appeal. I just don't know if I actually want additional villagers. What I'm really gonna want is a lean build that can just expand effectively. Because let us not forget, more villagers does increase our hostility. Trade negotiations is also pretty cool. Trade routes are worth 1 more amber, doesn't apply to routes that are already in progress, but it does scale along with the quantity of goods exported. So I will take a moment to just think about that, which is like, makeshift post. Am I good at getting herbs, eggs, meat, insects, or berries on this map? Possibly. Because if the thing is, I can't get any of those consistently, then I'm not gonna be, well, I will eventually be able to force that. But if it's so inefficient to get those consistently, then I'm not gonna be making that many provisions, which means I'm probably not gonna be doing that many trades. I think the safest thing here is just taking the clay delivery lane. It's just a good idea. I have no stone or copper in my starting zone, and I'm not getting it from the trees. So this should really effectively tide us over. All right. Reveal the range, or rather, reveals the location of the closest archaeological discovery. That is the one that I'm going to want to get. I almost want to break into, like, a glade or two before I do that. I think I will. I don't have to worry about timing my breaking into glades around possible orders anymore. But the possibility is that I find the nearest one immediately, and if I find the nearest one immediately, it would be terrifyingly sad if I waste this free upgrade on short-range scanner. I got some stone over there. Some egg. Especially because Glade Event working time speed is increased by 10% for every 2 ancient tablets in the settlement warehouse, and +2 to additional items carried for every 2 ancient tablets in the settlement warehouse are both so powerful. Okay, yeah, it's neither of those. It could be one of these 2 down here, but like it could be one of these up here. Could even be further out in that direction. I will now be taking short range, and I can feel comfortable about it. I did my due diligence in trying to make sure that it wasn't poorly utilized. All right. Give me short range scanner. You should have to make up to 8 planks, I guess. Unless these have been delivered directly to the carpenter before. Hang on. This 5, 2, and that's all I needed, right? Because we've already delivered the fabric. It's just I don't need to make any more planks in that room after that. So I want them to get into the carpenter to start making those as soon as possible. That said, the carpenter unfortunately cannot currently just be stocked with beavers, so I'm gonna have to put 3 of our finest harpies on the job. But they're immediately basically gonna be making the houses for the beavers. Okay, so yeah, it does look like it's this one up here that is gonna have our archaeological discovery number 2. And true to my word, I am actually going to hasten my way in there. Okay. I need 3 beaver houses. I need 3 harpy houses. Forester's hut. I mean, I didn't find any soil on any of those yet. Which really is harming my ability to take that Forester's hut. Come on, and Alohomora, please. Villagers working in the mines get -10 resolve during the storm. That's fine. Not a problem. I don't have anyone in the mines. Knocking down that final tree, I think, is about to bring us into the next level of hostility, which would be a problem. Do I want to deal directly with that? How do I want to resolve this? I could try and take people off of woodcutting in order to deal with the problem. Certainly one way to do it. It's just, it feels like I'm going to have to take more people off of woodcutting eventually as well. What if I sacrifice one stack of wood and leave as many woodcutters on? Just keep enough people positive there. Alright, so spark dew and planks in order to complete this first stage. We'll convert it as soon as we can. I guess I'm going to need to get a spark dew collector. Rain collector. There you are. Looks like I'm also going to have to take one more person off of wood cutting to keep it sustainable at the moment. And I would rather my wood cutting go back to being more efficient. Now that I have opened the areas I needed to. Sure, rain collector. I can replace one of the carpenters there very effectively. Guess I'll replace another one because I don't have to worry about the woodcutters counts just yet. Might as well get started on the first beaver house. Seems no reason, no good reason at least not to. Get him, carpenter. Absolutely killing it. We're finally getting a decent amount of planks. These are going to be done in no time. Ah, so we have lizards as our final. I see, I see. I have a bunch of clay. So it just comes down to, do I want another harpy? No, I want more beavers. Correct. We'll leave the lizard free. Protected trade. Hostility is reduced by 15 points every time you sell goods worth 25 amber. It's probably the best here. Rich glades. +5 for small deposits, +20 to large deposits. Exploration is for every 5 villages with the need for brawling fulfilled. The chance for bringing twice as many goods back from events increases by 20%. This seems so like, it seems like if this does everything it needs to possibly do, it still seems like this doesn't really do that much. The Forged Trip Hammer gives us the ability to make parts in the crude workstation at a cost of -5 resolve to every worker. I'm going to be going with the protected trade here and trying to get a trading post down early as well. Obviously, stop sacrificing that wood. All right. I feel like things are going pretty okay. The beavers are obviously going to need more houses. Harpies again as well. For the harpies, I'm going to need more fabric. So with 5 of them, that's 18 fabric total I'm going to require. I don't want to take anyone out of the carpenter is the big thing. So I guess we're just going to have one lizard in the crude workstation working on that for the bit. You can use reed and you can use plant fiber, whatever gets the job done. Food production speeds increased by 80%. We're still okay on food. Next season, we're going to have to use that for the first time. I thought it was going to be this one, but we kept our stable relatively slim. We've got that many people around at the moment. Not that many mouths to feed. Okay, as for our Spark to production, yeah, it's starting to get up there. I mean, I guess I could get people to start trying to deliver over to the archaeological discovery. I do ultimately want 3 people working in there. That would be a really good way to get rid of, honestly, a couple of beavers during the off-season. That said, I'm just going to immediately send my harpies there instead. Crude workstations failed. Made enough fabric, though. I mean, I can make 2 harpy houses. I should. I was about to justify making maybe the lizard house instead. Should I? The big thing is that the lizard is so close to already being deeply negatively affected by the storm. But I am already waiting for the opportunity to take these people off of woodcutting. I think I'll be okay, but it's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze. They're delivering the final 8 spark to you already. I mean, given that, I'm taking the other 2 of you off of Rain Collector. Give me access to a couple more workers again. Great. You're not hiding a huge amount of plant fiber up here. No, just 1 piece, unfortunately. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna need to plow this reed field in order to get enough reeds to quickly make enough fabric in order to quickly try and make a house for the lizards as well. Or I could just not make the second harpy house. Start from that decision? Yeah, let's maybe start from that decision. Oops.
Hello.
Our first trader has arrived. Welcome to Jorg. I don't really see myself needing anything desperately from you, to be entirely frank. Well, you do have a lot of herbs. You have a decent amount of things that could be used for making provisions. It's just I would have to sell you all of the things that I would then want to sell with provisions. So I suspect that's not worth my while at the moment. Are you kidding me? I'm literally 1 spark G short. That is actually hilarious. $44 exactly. Oof. Alright, builders. Time for the lizard house, so we don't have to worry about them in the next season. Only got 2 free workers at the moment. I can't really expect them to be moving that much faster than this. Looks like they will get the house up in time. Blessedly. There it pops. And now it's just about time for me to take all of the, there we go, all of the woodcutters off of wood cutting. Oh, incredible. That does get us to 0 hostility from the forest. So now I'll use that to restock the carpenter, as well as this harvester's camp, as well as this rain collector. And I'm even gonna put my excess in the crude workstation to start working on more fabric. Perfect. If I want to really be proactive, at the end of this storm, I should start considering my food production facilities for the next season. So, berries, that's food. I could product some food there. And root deposit. I could produce some food over here too. First stage of the archaeological discovery is almost done. It will give us 1 ancient tablet as well as excavation. Also, we should have a look at our next level. Every 2 hostility levels grants +1 to simple tool production from forbidden tools. So, I mean, I can ramp up the hostility when I need to. Alternative is you get -15 hostility for every ancient tablet in your settlement's warehouse. I already have protected trade for lowering the hostility as well, but if I have something where I am already incentivized to lower my hostility, then maybe I should double down on that rather than now taking something that wants me to have higher hostility. We have a lot of time to still figure that out, thankfully. Still haven't locked in whether or not I want to get a forester's hut here. The grill, look, we could make some copper. I just don't think that's right. The Tinkerer does give us access to training gear production, although that's stone and planks. I'm taking the forester's hut. Just giving us the ability to actually look at the next one finally. Granary, unfortunately. Pickled goods, pack of crops, fabric. Ugh. There's a smithy, a cellar, a provisioner. I'm gonna take the provisioner. I need some provision production. Specifically so that I can start setting up the actual ability to do trade routes consistently and all that stuff, all that jazz and so on and so forth. Sure, we can take the rest of you out of the carpenter's line and let you fill some of these buildings. I'm gonna... Unfortunately, the archaeological discovery is all harpies, who I would really prefer right now. Alas, I'll throw the harpies over to the small herbalist camp as soon as I can. So I guess in the meantime, what I'm looking to do is put everyone back in their woodcutters camps. Back about your business. It's a normal day. New cornerstone arrives. Biscuit diet. Farmers have plus 75% chance of double yields while under the effect of biscuit. No, reinforced axes. Woodcutting is 40% faster. That appeals to me. Metallurgical proficiency. All recipes that use metal or ore will be produced 33% quicker. I think that is a fun way to ramp up the speed at which we would generate simple tools, but I think the thing that mainly prevents us from making simple tools is not the time, it's the material. Reinforced axes. I'll be taking that. 6 parts. It's difficult for me to argue with that in a world where 6 parts represents the ability to trade away parts and still be rich on parts. Alright. High level of corruption. Time for us to get our first blit post down. Actually, that will need to be in an ideal position. So let's pop it there. You can also make up to a maximum of 10. Unfortunately, it's looking like I really need these woodcutters constantly. Like, I can't run light on those at all. All right, archaeological discovery, tell me what you're all about. The next level is asking us for fabric, for herbs, for resin, as well as oil, water skins, coal, or cosmetics for the other. I don't think I can make any of those, really. So then I'm looking to the trading system for generating those, but then I'm going to need to start generating some income, which means I need to start generating some provisions, which means I really need this provisioner to come up soon. Although that loops us immediately back to the previous problem of I'm going to need to eat the meat that everyone is currently eating. So everyone can eat vegetables, but no meat. I need that. And these berries will eventually be useful for that same thing as well. In fact, I will tell people not to eat berries. Okay. Seems great to me. Now, you'll absolutely do not need to be there anymore, giving me a couple more to work with. Continue the small foragers camp down there at the same time too, and everyone should keep working on the black post, which will be stocked. Ooh. So I want to stock that with better production. So I'll put people who enjoy rain collecting in the rain collector at the moment, and then people who produce extra in the black post. So that is the swirling circle around them rather than the little glow. So the rain collector down here has the glow, the black post has the swirling circle. This is better production, this is better resolve while doing the job. Looks like it's time to house some more folk again. Get a lumpy house there easily. Although I guess I'm not making any fabric at the moment. Got some reed. I still don't have any other fabric production facilities at all. So I'm just gonna have to roll on that. Am I getting resin from anything? No. It's probably going to come down to having to make fabric, which is deeply unfortunate because I have the worst fabric production. And unfortunately, I don't have any orders to help me get over this first little hump where you don't have any blueprints to help you solve the problems you have. Blech. Like, really, the only way that I can try and solve things right now is breaking into additional glades. Legitimately? Probably not the worst solution. This dangerous glade up here in particular comes to mind. Yep. I need events I can resolve. No buts about it. Hello, event. Oh, I can resolve this. Unfortunately, all woodcutters and gatherers get a -18 penalty to resolve while I'm working on it, and impatience grows 175% faster while I'm working on it. But also, if I don't start working on it immediately, we'll start killing things. All woodcutters and gatherers. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Alright, open vault. Thankfully, there is actually some tillable soil up here, so this is not all bad news. This is, in fact, quite good news. You'll give me some planks. 3 ancient tablets is actually very important to me. Consistently helps me lower my hostility, and 15 copper bars, which are fine. Unfortunately, yeah, as I expected, the harpies are instantly terrified of everything because that's all they do. They are working on those jobs at the moment. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to take all harpies off basically all jobs there. And lizards. You probably can't afford to be doing the work over there either. How can I utilize additionals here? Honestly, I think I just have 2 lizards helping with building at the moment. That's really what we've accomplished there. So 6 minutes and 27 seconds until that's complete. I don't have any sea marrow to speed that up. I don't have any access either to sea marrow to speed that up, unfortunately. Oh, that's so much copper over there. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, 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 baby. That has immediately convinced me that we need access to... I mean, this Forester's Hut, unfortunately, is now really sad. But it's convinced me that I immediately need access to any smelting that I can get access to. Access is all I can say. Wow, I'm actually going to be able to get the resin possibly for this from this. For the archaeological expedition from the Forester's Camp, sorry. It's definitely time for a garden and 2 parks. And I'm going to put it directly behind, in fact. 1 garden. And 2 parks. Actually, like, if they're going to be off-center like that, then the garden has to be the one featured, and the 2 parks can go back. There we go. And then I'm also going to have to focus on housing some additional folk, otherwise it's not really going to matter. Okay, and the harpies also. Although it feels like... Yeah, there we go. I actually already have the space for them. Beautiful. Although obviously not the fabric, unfortunately. But again, that's if I let up needing this fabric instead and use resin, maybe I can get away with spending all of my fabric housing people early. Alright. Storms in 310. Unfortunately, the vault is continually going to be worked through that period of time. So I'm just going to have to start sacrificing wood in that, which is not really going to help that much, unfortunately. I can't even have a lizard start trying to do anything. I can get 1 more harpy helping with woodcutting at the moment, but I guess you should probably be doing Herbalist's Camp. Harpy's resolve is low. Fair enough. I'll take you off the job as soon as you need to. Immediately you do. There you go. All right. All right. Go make the worst translation rate fabric. The least efficient fabric. The most wasteful fabric. Unfortunately, it looks like my food production is also going to be too bad for this storm, possibly compounding our problems. Okay. Oh, the harpies are already hungry. Yeah, you can eat berries, you can eat meat. I'm not gonna starve everyone. Still. Sahilda? Oh my god. You couldn't have arrived better. I need, food. I really need food. I'll take eggs, I'll take mushrooms, I'll take whatever. Unfortunately, I really don't have much to sell you. Really, every resource is kind of at a pinch for me right now. I could easily get rid of one wildfire essence without feeling it. I mean, I could get rid of about half of our clay without being too sad as well. I don't want to have to get rid of the ancient tablet. You know what? No, not trading away everything there. We're housing more people. It'll end up being okay-ish. Is there anything else I can do better for specific fabric production right now? We can get another 2, but another 2 doesn't get us anywhere. Harpies are still going to remain very unhoused for this season, unfortunately. The big worry here is that the wood that I sacrifice is not really going to last at all. Then take you 2 out. Okay, so we have managed to get to at least 0 hostility. Good. Only 1 stack of wood sacrifice as well. Very good also. Stock the light post so that it can actually try and control the burn. In fact, if the next house just went up, I would also ascend to the next level of settlement or society. Unfortunately, we're not really going to have access to that just yet. I might even throw a couple of my beavers into the harvester's camp so they can actually start on that. And the forager's camp down here. They are happy enough. Or rather, there's enough of them that splitting the ominous whispers, it averages out. Only having 4 of them affected, but having 8 of them in total. I only have to worry about the average bonus of -9 rather than -18 across the board. Alright, we'll take you out of the crude workstation at this point. Time for the event to finish up, please. Please? Please, it's so overdue. Please, please. Oh my god. More wood. Not our highest priority at the moment, I don't think. Take the both of you out of there. I almost want to start in this provisioner now, but I know that I am immediately trading away our only food in order to do that. But I'm also about to get a lot more resolve back very quickly as soon as the event's finished, so maybe. Ready to throw one of you back into being an herbalist. I'll throw the other as soon as I can. Yeah, one of you can even go back into woodcutting. Low on food, makes sense. I just delivered all of it to the provisioner in order to make more provisions. No more wood needs to be burnt. We have a decent supply of planks as well, so I don't have to worry about my wood all suddenly disappearing to something that I wasn't accounting for. I also have another decent supply of planks coming in, so we're even future-proofed a little for our planks. Our next cornerstone, Trade Hub! That's exactly what I want with this build. Unfortunately, I have to pass up extraction tools, gain 8 artifacts for every 2 completed forbidden and dangerous glade events. That would be really good for exactly what I need, the artifacts in the moment, but Trade Hub gives me the ability to get the reputation points that I am not otherwise getting due to orders. Gain 1 reputation point every time you sell goods worth 60 amber, while slowing the reputation gained from resolve by 50%. This will also really help justify starting to actually make provisions, no matter what it ends up costing us. Okay. Seems like all's going well. 7 more planks, 12 leather. It's 4 people, regardless of which side I go for. Yeah, I feel like I want additional lizards. Salty Breeze is back. So the small forest camp is filled. The small herbalist camp is filled. That's really my only food production at the moment, unfortunately. Gonna pop the forester's hut up there in the corner. I guess it's also time immediately to refill these woodcutters camps. And a path that proceeds all the way up to our farm. I suspect I'm gonna move a second hearth in this area somewhere. Central to all 3 of those, maybe. Especially because it would be so... Well, do I need the hearth or do I just need a warehouse up here? Because I know I'm also going for a mine in this area. Actually, if I move this more central, can I also cut down that relevant tree? Beautiful. Okay, everyone's starving. That's not good. I'm gonna let them have just a little bit of food. Fix that hunger problem. The provisioner is now... Go, complete. You got 2 times that reward. And deliver those 12 so I can actually start trading finally. Beautiful. Pigment! I have a ridiculous amount of this, surprisingly. I can sell a total of 32 for 8 in return. Love to do so. Some copper ore, I can sell that as well. If I make some fabric, which is tough, I do want fabric pretty desperately myself, then I can increase my relationship with Balladaria. I might not even need to make up to a total of 10, but having 10 in reserve might just be comfortable. Carpenter, yeah, definitely don't need to make any more planks at that point either. I feel like I could also take these off of making Spark Dew. 1 more woodcutter available. The open vault here, unfortunately, like, sure, I'll get someone else to deliver the supplies from that. Just so that I can free up a couple of beavers to go into the forester's hut. And you, in the forester's hut, you are making resin and you are making crystallized dew. Make the resin first, because I need 40 of that. And then we're working on crystallized dew. I feel like I should maintain as many of these packs of provisions as I can and just make as many trades as possible. 6 meat. It's only really fabric I could provide from here on out. but I can provide it. Looks like another beaver house is called for. Another lizard house as well, and just a whole mess of harpy houses if I could. I will actually prioritize my housing here. Will I? No. Because it's only 3 that I have to get rid of. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. That wouldn't have made sense at all. Okay. The harvester's camp. I mean, I do still need fiber, unfortunately. Gosh, it's so inaccessible for us. I can't prioritize that as a as a thing I care about. All right, low on food. I could get some eggs. Some. I'll give it a whirl. Now that we've got all of these idle beavers in the forester's hut, I'll actually just take them off, throw them into other jobs, and then I'll throw back only like 2 that end up needing to harvest in that area. Frees up a couple builders for us. All right. There you go. They harvest in this season, right? Yeah, there we go. There comes in the resin and small trapper's camp. We'll take care of that. Let's get some wood back as well. Do I... Yeah, I guess I still need this just chomping through everything it can get. New season also brings new trades. Incense and wine. Wow, I'd love to be able to sell you any of those. Pigment. You're selling me pigment at increasingly good rates here, emerging settlement. But if I sold you all of the pigment last time, I wouldn't have been able to increase my relationship with you further this time. And in fact, I'm going to get to a level 1 relationship with the Smoldering City instantly by setting myself up 2 trade routes to them. As soon as I have 10 amber, I can use 10 amber and 15 planks in order to buy -15 hostility for every ancient tablet in the settlement's warehouse, and we have a decent amount. The big problem that I'm running into here is our impatience is usually kept in track by the orders. So the early reputation points that we get, every time you get a reputation point, you knock out 1 impatience point, are usually achieved through the order. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to overcome that at this point. That seems daunting. Well, we'll see how we manage. Okay, the 2 out of the crude workstation now. And Forester's Hut is going reasonably. Can send a couple of folk in there to help. Definitely don't have any simple tools worth resolving in any way. Okay, so I could get 10 simple tools total. Let's do it. I'm gonna take those same beavers immediately back off and put them in the carpenter instead. Let's start making some simple tools here. The simple tools will hopefully help me to get additional reputation from opening abandoned caches, and in doing so... Oh, I now have my amber enough to get the negative hostility. Grant. +1 to the simple tools production for every 2 hostility levels. It's just +1 to the simple tool production right now. It's not worth it. Taking my upgrade. There we are. The next level will be 15 amber, 20 planks, but any villager loss can be prevented at the cost of a single tablet, or all workers get a 10% higher chance of doubling their production for every 2 completed dangerous or forbidden glade events. Honestly, not super enthused about any of those, but having a sweet -60 to our hostility, that's pretty exciting. I find that to be spicy. How are our trades at this point? Still no fabric to send out. Fair enough. Could I even make additional fabric? No, I couldn't. Let's move this woodcutter's camp to a more exploratory position. Just like open up some terrain, please. I do want to start exploring south from the base, but I really just want to empty out this entire terrain here, give me more space around the ancient hearth, just in general. Trapper's camp is pretty far, but it's pretty important. Ah, that's where this woodcutter's camp is. I was wondering if anyone else was working on that project. Okay, right now it looks like I do get my total of 40 due from this. Sorry, 40 resin, right? Because that's a couple of resin trees left there, but maybe I didn't get them in time and they're gonna spoil now. Thankfully we have prevented swarms, so we aren't gonna have to worry about that. We have no one in mines. It's just, we are gonna have multiple stacks of looming darkness, which is really gonna be the killer for us here, unfortunately. The blight post active. I guess that was important in previous season, just not important at all right now. Put 2 people in the rain collector and just see if we can let time continue. Definitely not. Not for long at all. 1, 2. So it'll take us down 1 level. Or if I take everyone off, I will have no income for wood. I'll have a bunch of free people doing, unfortunately, nothing at the moment. Is there anything they can even construct? Really, the most important thing is getting tradables. And in the instance where I currently am, more packs of provisions, I guess. Wee bit difficult to advise, unfortunately. What with all the fact that we don't have much food at all. We're going to be running out of roots pretty soon as well. There's more roots far up in a distant corner. That is not the accessible savior of our run I was hoping for. Yeah, I can only use herbs right now to make this. So in recognition of that, I know that I can't sell multiple parts here, unfortunately, so we'll just sell 1, and I will sell 17 pigment to the emerging settlement, as well as 6 roots. Our relationships are going great. The Queen hates me, but the surrounding settlements, quite fond. further into the forester's hut. Fair enough, that'll do. How about for decorations? I do not have a service building that would require us to start decorating otherwise just yet. Can't believe I'm 4 short on the resin. I said, it's not like I had the oil, the water skins, or the coal, or the cosmetics to do the other side. What I'm really waiting for, I guess, is a shop that I can just buy all of that stuff out of. The problem is, I can't make money because I can't get any higher tier resources because we didn't have any orders. Legitimately, I am concerned. I mean, forage gets plant fiber in that instance, still not that helpful. Stone deposit gives us possibility of getting some more roots if I cared about stone as a priority for any reason right now. Oh no. I feel like I am staring down the barrel of a gun. I feel this in my soul. I guess start of drizzle, I just have to break into a new area and hope like heck it saves me. The only thing I can really think of turning the tides of our fortune right now. I mean, this one down here seems like it's a premium candidate. I mean, this one over here to the bottom left also. This is slightly more integrated. This is slightly closer to already being open. Alright, fine. No one's working in there at the moment, so I can tell them just break through to the complete other side, and you'll accomplish that as soon as I actually assign some workers. Vliss Greybone has arrived. Welcome. In fact, very, very welcome. You have... I mean, I don't want to have to wait another full season for the resin if I can avoid it. They have cosmetics, as well as enough fabric to cover the cost of this if I'm, like, willing to spend. The fabric was 24, right? No, 20 fabric and 30 cosmetics. 30 cosm, 20 fab. It is expensive. No bones about that. I'm going to give you 1 wildfire essence to start with. Whet your appetite with that. Have you considered that you might like all of the amber as well? I think my simple tools are probably best left in my hands. I think parts are probably one of the best things I can sell. I don't want to have to sell any of these ancient tablets. They are really paying for the run at this point in time. Okay. What am I going to use my simple tools on? Because currently I have 10 of them, right? So I could open stone, nothing. Advanced coopering, bigger barrels. I also don't want that. There's nothing I really want with those simple tools. I really don't want to have to get rid of them. 30 cosmetic. 20 fabric. There's your money. I almost wonder if it should be the wildfire essences at this point, but the thing is, I know that I'm going to need a second hearth at least. And I know that without orders, it's very difficult to actually get wildfire essences. I want to keep my copper No, I'm making crystallized dew. I'm gonna sell my copper as well as my dew. There you go, you can have all of that. Don't really want to be selling planks. Nor purging fire. Alright, how about 1, 2 parts, I guess, and then you can have as many planks as you require to patch that gap. Ouch. That hurt. That hurt, but we are now going to resolve this archaeological excavation once and for all. While keeping other resources that I was going to be spending on that. No. As for our trades, I obviously can't sell cosmetic. What are you thinking? Oil, reed, crystallized dew. No making resin at all. Make crystallized dew, please. I should probably expand their terrain up there as well. Let's get 2 of you out of the carpenters, 1 of you out of the forester's hut. Obviously, you need to cut into the bottom area, and then we can move you up to the north. All right. Next cornerstone, leather gloves for the +2 to reed production. Honestly, not bad, not bad. There's almost no reed on the entire map at the moment. I'm gonna wait to see what happens when I break into this dangerous glade out here, because if so, if there is reed in there, I may take the leather gloves. If there isn't, I may take reinforced axes. Bunch of plant fiber on offer here, though. I don't typically seem to want more of the lizards, but berries are useful right now. Sure. Is there anything else I do need to even interact with at this point? No, cool, let him go. I could do with housing another beaver, as well as some lizards. And unfortunately, it looks like our fabric production and brick production is going to have to be managed still through this. Alas. I'm sure we'll manage. I'm holding off on ending this episode yet because I do feel like there is a reasonable possibility that if the trade doesn't start to pick up quite quickly, that the impatience just kills us before we can do anything. I'm well aware of that possibility. I would have had the berries to sell as well. Damn. See, if I had excess food, I wouldn't have had to worry about any of that either. I would have just sold all of my eggs and stuff. Would have been fine with it. So there is an herb node down here. It's large. It would be very helpful, but I don't have the ability to harvest it in any way. And other than that, there's no foodstuffs down here. I get -8 to global resolve while I'm working on the escaped convicts event. Okay, I can send them to the capital, because I don't want those villagers. -8 to global resolve, unfortunately, but we do get 20 amber as well as 0.75 reputation for solving that. I think I have to do that as well as the send to the Citadel. If I do both of these, I'll get enough reputation to get 1 blueprint, and I'll have some amber. And I was holding off on using my simple tools just in case I needed them as soon as I opened the dangerous event. Yeah, this is definitely the fiber delivery line would be fine. So would reinforced axes at this point. I'm fine with double reinforced axes personally. I think it's cool as hell. Tuck you up in the corner. Let's sacrifice one stack of wood in order to prevent the negative here. Small trapper's camp, obviously that's going to have nowhere to move to, unfortunately. So the lizards don't really know what to do with themselves. Crew workstation's currently churning out some bricks. Already out of fabric. Another house for the lizards would work, but... Oh. Yeah, no, I'm already out of fabric. Never mind. Guess I'm just going to be favoring the lizards at the right time and then disfavoring them. Do the little resolve tango. A decent amount of wood, I have a decent amount of clay. The archaeological excavation is going on. This is the worst stage of it, unfortunately, because all it's going to give me in return is an ancient tablet, as well as the next level of task. But after that, it's really going to be paying dividend. Favor the lizards. As soon as the harpies want to run away, I will disfavor the lizards again. We're low on food, eh? It doesn't surprise me at all. On account of the fact that I just took down all of my food production facilities. I have no additional food production available via my build at the moment, so the only food I can get is by trading or expanding. Sulfur sells cooked food. Wait, he's willing to buy those. He doesn't necessarily sell cooked food. Ah. This event will give us money. Yeah, I think we might be dying? I think it might just be that simple. Open another glaive for myself comfortably down there. Try and see if that has something more for us. In terms of food, yeah, there's eggs, I guess. It's not gonna keep us alive, but it is. Eggs. How goes our possibility of simple tool production? Poorly. We are making a decent amount of crystallized dew at this point. We're actually harvesting it too. I'm spending so much time on pause because I just know we are marching invariably towards death. There we go. Next level of the archaeological reconstruction is asking for stone or pigment. And then parts, simple tools, or infused. However, if we do complete this, we will get 3 reputation points, which will immediately remove 3 impatience. It will give us an additional blueprint choice of our choice, which I can fix so many problems with just 1 blueprint choice. And the full reconstruction will also be a skeleton that will give us an ongoing bonus outside of all of that. Incense, barrels, copper bar, pigment. I can make 25 barrels easily. It'll cost us 6 crystallized dew. No problem whatsoever. Simple tools. I need to make a total of 10 of them. I'm going to take you out of the job of making those at the moment, though, because I need the forester's hut to give that crystallized dew to the provisioner first. It's another 2 minutes and 20 seconds until that event's complete. Just after the storm starts, it looks like that's complete. How do I feel about sacrificing more wood? Negative? I feel negative about that. Okay, cool. I'm going to take a couple people off wood cutting. These guys are idle on Ray. Yep, that makes sense that they are idle here. For the moment, unfortunately. Are you actually delivering any of the crystallized dew at any point, or are you just making it all? Because it would just be very useful for people to have them use it. Thank you for deigning to deliver some. Did you not? Oh my god, that was the resin they delivered first? Rude. Fabric complete. Don't even need to make another building right now. Neat, so I can actually take the 2 of you out of the crude workstation with no dramas. Hoppy's resolve is now low, makes sense. 1 minute, 9 seconds left. Yeah, they're still hungry. That tracks. A couple of these trappers down in the trapper's camp. All I can really do. Also, I guess I don't have anything in the camp there to drop. Okay. Time marches onwards. I favor the harpies now. This is resolve is low. They're gonna start wanting to run away. So there's the crystallized dew coming in full force, and now I can actually stock people back into the carpenter to start using that crystallized dew as well. Now I need to favor the lizards, make sure they're not mad at me. All right. This is a little bit of a nightmare. If I take all of my woodcutters off, I'm still not below the threshold. So I don't have to deal with anyone working in a mine, obviously, thankfully. That's about all I get to avoid. Thankfully, in 15 seconds, we will be a-okay. But can we make it towards that? Do we have 15 seconds? I'm gonna tell you to stop making planks. And do I even need to? Yeah, I don't even need to burn any of the cysts just yet, so I won't. Two in the rain collector, and time begins. That's not going to be fast enough to get the harpy to stay, unfortunately. There it runs away. That also gave us some more impatience. A forager left as well, so a harpy that was on a particularly important job also. Looks like beavers are pretty mad also. Reputation bonus shows us herbalist camp. That's the ability to get all the herbs that I needed. That will have us actually trading consistently. Oh, finally. I can't believe our luck has turned. Skip convicts. Is this still... Surely we don't have the working effect from that. Still, no. But everyone is negative from their unfair treatment as well as hunger at the moment. And I have nothing for anyone to eat. Gosh. I forgot how hunger is still the big problem that I have that is not solved in any way, shape, and or form. I somehow forgot that. What a fun time it was to forget that momentarily. Fleeting joy. I think we're just gonna lose another person through the end of the storm, frankly. I may just have to deal with that. Don't really have any more wood to sacrifice at this point in order to lower the hostility even further. Okay, let's just resolve as low. That's fine. There's our barrels. I don't have enough simple tools to complete this just yet, as it turns out. Yeah, but as long as that crystallized dew gets delivered to the carpenter, then yes, I will. Meaning I definitely don't want to focus on a different building now. That'll do fine, I guess. Harpies now. Not enough speed, unfortunately. I've lost one of my rain collect. Honestly, I don't really need to restock the rain collection workers after they lose. Kind of comfy losing them. I lost a lizard because he was already ready to leave as soon as it triggered. That's just how that season went for us, unfortunately. Are you kidding me? The Harpies are still that mad. There we go. Just got through. Skin on my teeth at the very end there. Stop sacrificing wood. I need... I mean, you're about to make the final simple tools and deliver them, so I will tell people to start carting stuff over. Old fedora hat. Family gratitude. We're not going to earn things through high resolve, so that's just not really a thing I care about. Discovering a glade grants 5 simple tools at the cost of 5 to the woodcutter's resolve. Also don't really love that. I'm going to be re-rolling. Increase the chance of bringing back twice as much from glade events by 50%. I'm also going to re-roll. +1 global resolve for every 2 impatience points. Huge. That's 6 global resolve for me right now. Can it save me? I don't know. We'll see. Herbalists. Camp should get well stocked. Immediately. Guess I can take 2 of you out of the forest aside at this point. Fill back up another woodcutter's camp. Because we still need to be getting a lot of that resource. Can't neglect that one just yet. Archaeological reconstruction is on its way. 18 grain as well as 12 reed. I'll take it. It's not food, but it is fabric. Which isn't edible, and it doesn't solve the same problem, but... I don't know how to solve the core problem right now. Not having orders is so brutal. I mean, this is the way to solve the main problem right now. It's the archaeological construction. If this completes and gives me the 3 reputation points, suddenly I have 2 more of my blueprints, and the Queen's impatience lowers drastically. Which I'm certain we do. I'm certain that goes fine. Can move these even further over at this point and get a path down to where I am. Although actually, what if I had multiple paths down to where I am? Sulthor the Ancient has arrived. You know, Sulthor, the fact that you have the ability to lower hostility by 50 points is very appealing to me. I won't even need that much off of you in order to do it. Take 2 amber, and you may have, well, honestly, whatever you consider to be worth 2 amber. Which, as it turns out, is nothing, basically, that I'm selling. I will sell you an ancient tablet. No, that's 15 hostility that I'm giving away there. You can have all the copper ore, and then all of the purging fire, I guess. I don't want to give you the simple tools, but it is the easiest solution to this. Well, easiest solution, go. I'm also going to take my negative 50 to hostility at this point, and yeah, okay, we get negative 15 from the protected trade, negative 50 from the Way of the Forest, negative 75 from decryption at this point. Next beaver house should be ready for construction also. Come on, and give me those 3 reputation points. Save my game. We got 1 minute left in drizzle, so it'll happen halfway through clearance. Let's also look at our trades, because I'm not actually looking at these recently. Yeah, I have to trade 1 ancient tablet for 9 and 23 amber right now. Takes 10 minutes. Good lord. I will do that, though. Too impactful to turn down. Light posts. I probably should get someone here to help construct some preparations. Should probably also have another woodcutter's camp by this point. But I'm gonna have to take down a different camp in order to make that woodcutter's camp. I don't know what I would take down. These distant foragers' camps come to mind, I guess. Lists doing totally okay, as one might imagine, because they've given us so many packs of provisions. I mean, are you all gonna... Actually, I can't even just force delivery on that immediately, can I? No, I can. It's delivered. Great. That'll give me the ability to actually set up some of these other trades. So, copper ore for Balladaria, as well as some stone for the Smoldering City. Fill out our complement of active trade routes at any one time. We're running so close to this wire. It's so close to the wire on this build at all times, but it's kind of working, right? Like, we're just gonna save ourselves in time from all this impatience. Yes, yes, yes. I've got someone on the job to prevent that blight rot cyst from killing us. Traps camp has no deposits nearby. Great. That now gives me the ability to make my 3rd woodcutter. Long overdue. As it turns out. Okay! Thank heck and heaven! We complete our smoldering scorpion. Legend has it that they once inhabited the top of the mountain on which the smoldering city now stands. The queen banished them, and it is said that some of them still hibernate somewhere on the outskirts of the kingdom. Counts as 9 decorations of its type, and villagers tell stories of the queen's unparalleled power. Global resolve grows by 1 for every 3 reputation points that have been gained. So unfortunately, this is only 1 reputation point for us at this time. There. That's fine. It's 9 harmony decorations immediately, but it is also... Wait, 3? Oh, right. It is 1 free choice of a new building and 2 choices that are constrained. So... I mean, Weaver is the best fabric production that I've seen so far. I mean, I can get grain on this map. There's grain around. And I do want to get and utilize that grain for something. Turning it into oil in order to make it our main source of fuel. I just don't know if that's the best, though. I'll do it. Oil also solves a lot of event conditions quite effectively. So cooperage is barrels, training gear, and cosmetics. No. Grill for the best skewer production in the game would be a really, really good way to try and get ahead. But unfortunately, I can't even make the foods that make the grill. Do I even have the ability to make flour at this point? I do, from the provisioner, of course. Which could also be from the grain, so I can make flour. Okay, hang on, if I can make flour, and I have herbs here, I already have the ability to make every biscuit and every pie. We could solve all of our food problems in one fell swoop, with the provisioner making flour and the cookhouse making biscuits. I suspect that's going to be the choice that I go with, but at the start of the next episode, we are going to continue this run because I do believe now at 1.5 hours, we are about halfway through what this run will ultimately take. So until then, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Against the Storm. Series playlist is up at the top left. YouTube recommendation is down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank 10. A special thanks to this episode to Victor. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.